Hello, it's Bruno, the GAMA here, founder of the Dads on Fire project. Welcome back to another episode, and I did a very cool experiment. I went to Facebook groups. So Facebook has a bunch of different groups with different subjects, right? And there is a lot of groups related to dads. So I went to a specific groups and I just asked this question. Hey guys, I'm doing some research and I would love to hear your opinion. What is the number one thing that, in your opinion, that we should be doing if we want to lose weight, if we want to burn fat? And let me share the results from these experiments. It's super cool. So I had over 100 people, over 100 dads answering me this question. And here is what happened. I got 100 different answers. I had all kinds of answers. I was actually going to be writing down every single one's, not every single one because it was over 100, but a lot of them just to share with you. But basically we had from things like, oh, just cut your consumption of meat, just cut your consumption of oils. The other one was saying like, just exercise more, it's all about the calories, it's just about eating less calories and increasing the amount of calories that you're actually burning by exercising more. Another people saying you have to be a vegetarian. Another one saying to do like just high fat and very low carbohydrates. And it was just like 100 different questions. And I was like, this proves what's happening in our society right now. It is the blind leading the blind. Nobody really knows what they're really talking about. Unfortunately, that's really the reality right now that's happening in our society. It's just a bunch of noise. It's just people talking and people thinking that they know what they're talking about, and it's clearly not. Why? Because how is that possible that we got 100 different answers? It's the same reason why we have 10,000 types of different diet books. It's because there is not such a thing as do this and you're going to be getting the results. Because what these dads were sharing actually was their own experience, from their own bias. And I totally understand that. And it worked for them. However, it doesn't mean that's going to be working for you. And that is the biggest mistake that I see all the time when dads are trying to get results, is that they listen to a lot of people. They listen to people who they should not be listening to. I'm going to be telling here towards the end of this episode exactly how to determine who you should be listening to and who you should be not listening to, all right? But yeah, so a lot of noise, right? And this is one of the lessons that I have inside of the Dads on Fire project. Actually, it's called static interference, okay? What is that? What is a static interference? This is all about the noise. There is so much noise in the world that we live nowadays. There is a lot of the so-called experts. Anybody can be an expert nowadays. All they have to do is just go to the internet and start sharing and whatever it is that they do, whatever it is, the results that they got, and they can call themselves an expert, especially with the internet. So we have all this static interference, this noise, just like this way too much information coming from everywhere, coming from the internet, coming from social media, coming from the TV, coming from the fat loss industry, coming from, you name it, radio, right? There is so much mass media, and what happens is that you get confused. You really, you get lost, and one day you just think this is the way to do it. The next day it is the other way to do it, and you just, at the end of the day, you just give up and you just say, fuck that, screw it. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm confused. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing because, there is so many conflicting ideas out there. So let me tell you here exactly how to avoid all of this static interference, okay? So the first thing is really, you're going to be having to have the courage to avoid 99% of the people out there. And this goes to your friends, your family, your wife, your kids, a lot of people, the mass media, the health guru. You're going to be, that's really the reality. You have to be willing to ignore 99% of the people. Start by there, by taking this decision, okay? So who you should be listening to? How are you going to be choosing the person or the media or whatever it is, the experts that you have to be listening to? So I have three things, and sorry, my daughter is here on the background if you can hear her. So the first thing that this person has to be, he has to be actually an expert on the subject, okay? An expert on the subject. What do I mean by that? Well, so let's take, for example, let's say that you want to improve your relationship with your wife, right? And you're going to be looking for counseling, for a coach. So how do you choose this coach? Well, the first thing, like I mentioned, right now you have to find a coach who is an expert. What is that? Well, you're not going to be finding a coach that says can help everybody, who can say like, I can help, let's say that I'm a relationship coach and I'm this guy trying to help you, but I say that, hey, I can help everybody and anybody. I can help teenagers who have a problem with a relationship. I can help single people. I can help married people. I can help the divorced ones. I can help the widow ones. I can help everybody. Well, it's too general. It's very likely that this person is not really an expert on a specific subject. So the first thing that you have to find is this person who is an expert on a specific subject. On this example, let's say that you are married and that you're having problems with your wife. So you have to find this expert who is an expert on relationship related to married people. So that is the first thing, the first topic, the first thing really to look when trying to find an expert, all right? When trying to find who you should be listening to, I should say, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing, really, really important, is actually to see if this expert, okay, so now that you found the expert who can help you with a relationship related to your wife, now you have to see if this expert actually has on his own life what you want to have. Meaning, so if you're trying to improve your relationship with your wife, this expert should have at least an amazing relationship himself with his wife. He should not be divorced 5 times. He should not be single. Why? Because he has not have an experience. He cannot talk from personal experience, right? So that's again a lot of mistakes that I see. Would you be listening to somebody who is trying to help you with losing weight, who is fat, who has never done that, who doesn't have the life that you want to have, who doesn't have the health, the body that you want to have? Very likely not. Maybe yes. Very, like sometimes we never know, but very likely not. So I'm talking about the percentage here, the likelihood of you getting this right person to listen to. And then at the end here, one more thing here before I let you go. After you finding this expert person on a specific topic, and he has to have what you want to have, the type of results that you want to get in your life, he has to already have, okay? Then, if he says or she tells you that he can give you all the results that you want, again, you should be ignoring this person. Why? Because at the end of the day, you are going to be having to take action as well. There is an equation here. There is his part or her part helping you, coaching you through, but also there is your part. So if this person tells, yeah, I can help you, of course I can help you, just hire me, just buy my shit, just buy my program, I can definitely help you. You should be running away from this person as well, because there is your part. If you don't do your part, then of course you're not going to be getting the results. So no, doesn't matter. You can have the best expert who has the best results, but if there is not your part being done, then of course this equation is not going to be working. All right, so there we go. I could be talking much more about this static interference here. You have to be avoiding. So just to recap here, there is so much noise out there. Learn to ignore people. That's the word that we live nowadays. We live into this global world. Anybody can talk shit. So learn to ignore 99% of the people, because they really don't know what they're talking about when trying to help you with your own personal goals. Then you have to find an expert in a specific topic, who has the results that you want to have, and who is willing to tell you, hey man, actually there is your part as well. It's not just me helping you out, but you have to do your own part. All right, so that's my take here. I hope that you like. Let me know what you think about this, who you're going to be ignoring, who you should be listening to. I'd love to have this conversation on my Instagram. My Instagram is Dads on Fire Project. Send me a direct message there. I would love to hear your opinion there. And on the meantime, there is more on my website. If you wanna get a free training about how to use the DOF system in your own life, to lose the weight, to keep it off, and to become healthy once and forever, check it out. It's totally for free. BrazilianHealthNuts.com. That's my website. Go there. And don't forget, if you can leave a review, if you're listening to this on iTunes, leave a review for the show. I would appreciate you very much. This helps a lot, a ton. I would appreciate you. And until then, make sure, my friends, that you're taking freaking action so that you can become a Dads on Fire as well. I will see you on the next episode. Have a great day. Peace.